In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate the mean, median, mode, and range of a data set. So, my question is, the number of home runs scored by a baseball team in each game of the season are listed below. So all of these numbers here are the number of home runs that they got in each game of the season. A, calculate the mean. Well, the mean is also called the average. Okay, and what that means is we need to take all of our numbers in our data set and we need to divide them by how many there are. So I need to take all of these numbers, add them all together and divide by how many there are. So let's write that down in pink as a formula. Add all numbers together. Divide by how many numbers there are. So let's add all our numbers. We've got 7 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3. And I've spread them out quite a bit. Okay, and then we are dividing by how many numbers there are. So we'll do a big division. Let's count how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're dividing by 9. Okay, now let's put this in the calculator. You have two options here. The first can be on your calculator, you'll have a button, and you'll see that it looks like a fraction sign. You can click on that, okay? And you can put in at the top all of these numbers added together, and then you can press this down arrow to go down and write the number you're dividing by. Okay, so you can do that. I'm actually going to do both parts separately just so it makes it easier for the point of this video. But if this is something that's easier for you, then go ahead. So let's put all of my numbers at the top, so my numerator, into my calculator. 7 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3. That gives me 27. Okay. Divided by 9 because 9 is down here. And we can do in our calculator, press the division button straight away. Now, if you don't know this with your timetables immediately and you feel more comfortable using the calculator, you certainly can do that. What you do is you leave your answer there and you straight away press the division button and then you can put 9 in because we're dividing it by 9. So press 9 and then equals and you get 3. Or you'd also know that 9 times 3 equals 27, so the answer must be 3. Okay, so the mean equals 3 home runs. All right. The next is to calculate the median. The median is also the same as the middle number. Okay, Now, in order for us to figure out what the middle number is, we need to rearrange all of these numbers and make sure that they are in ascending order. Now, that means in order from smallest to largest. So you can either do that by just looking at the numbers, or you can do it by crossing out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rewrite these numbers down here where the question is. Okay, so I've just rewritten the numbers here, exactly how they were written up here. Now, you don't have to do this. If you can look at these numbers straight away and order them from smallest to largest, then go ahead. But I'm going to show you a way to do it if you think you might forget a number. Okay, so 1 is obviously our smallest number, and we've got 3 of them. So I can rewrite this as 1, 1, 1, because there are 3. And now I'm going to cross them out. What's my next smallest number? Or 2. So I'm going to write 2 next, cross it out. My next smallest numbers are 3, and I have 2 of them. So I'm going to write 2 3s. And then I have a 4. Cross that out. And all I've got left is 7 and 5. So 5 is obviously smaller, so I'd write 5 and then 7. Okay, and now I know that I've used all my numbers. And these are in order from smallest to largest. Now I need to find out which number is right in the very middle. And again, if you look at this line of numbers here and you know straight away where the middle is, then that's fine. You can go ahead and circle it. But if you need some help trying to figure out where the middle number is, we can use our fingers. So start with your fingers on the very first number and the very end number. And I want you to cover them like this. Okay? Now, whenever I move my left hand towards the right, I'm going to use my right hand to move towards the left at the same time. So we're moving together. So we move 1 space. Now we move 2 spaces. Now we move 3. And look, we've got 1 number left, the middle number, which is 3. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a big circle. Okay? And we know that it's the middle number as well because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on the left-hand side and 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on the right-hand side. The mode, and the mode means the number that appears most. So whichever number you see the most amount of times. Let's go back to our original numbers. Which number pops up the most? Well, it's 1 because we have 1, 2, 3 number 1s. There is no other number here that shows up more than 3 times. The number 1 is the number that shows up the most, and that's 3 times. So our answer is going to be 1 because that number shows up the most. So the mode is 1, the number that shows up the most. Mode is 1 home run. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to calculate the range. Now, the range you can think of highest minus the lowest. So you are going to take your largest number and you are going to subtract the smallest number from it. So, in pink, I'm going to write a largest number minus smallest number. Okay, let's go up here. Which is our smallest number? Well, there are no zeros and there are ones. So because there is a number 1 and there's no 0, that means that 1 is our smallest number. Okay, 1 is our smallest number. So I'll go back here and I'll go minus 1 because 1 is our smallest number. What's our largest number? Well, we can clearly see that 7 is the largest number out of all of these. So I'm just going to do a little underline on that too. So we've got our largest number and our smallest number. So the range equals 7 minus 1. So the range is 6 home runs.